Okay, what's up there people? Spoke Riders here, and I'm just showing you this right here because this is about where I left off with this piece, as you remember, on the Pontiac Lowrider Grand Prix. I got it all welded up, and I got my first layer of the metal glaze on there on each spot. And then once I put the first layer of metal glaze on there, I sanded it down with the little small 3-inch DA. I got it pretty close with that. But then I layered it, excuse me. But then I layered it with a coat of Bondo. A little bit thicker than what I wanted to put on here, but most of it was getting sanded off anyway, so it didn't matter. I got to about this point with the Bondo, and then I realized I had to stop because I started sanding it. I went to go sand it, and because there's a natural curve in it, I couldn't do it with the 3-inch DA. So I said, okay, I'm gonna have to do it by hand. When I went to go get the sanding block out of my toolbox, I realized, man, I don't have any sanding blocks. These were the only 2 sanding blocks I had. And although I could have probably made it happen with just these 2 blocks, I would have had to work a lot harder than I really wanted to. So I was like, man, this is ridiculous. There's a lot of stuff I have to do on this Pontiac. This Pontiac needs a full paint job. It needs a lot of body work. I can't do all that with just these 2 blocks. So I was like, it's time for me to step my game up and buy some better sanding blocks, some newer sanding blocks. This sanding block here is just like a little generic block that you can get at any hardware store, auto parts store, where it has a little things that hold the paper with the little spikes in it. A real generic block, you know? And I had this wet sand block I had from a while ago. And them are the only 2 blocks I had. So, with that being said, I had to step my game up and order some new blocks. And that's what's been holding me up, waiting on these blocks to come in. But I got everything I need. So all this right here, and voila, there you have it. All this stuff right here, this is what I ordered online. It was time for me to step my game up with the handheld sanding blocks. I was so focused on air tools, I said, nah, this is it right here. Let me show you everything I got. I'll start out and I'll save this one for last. What's in this box for last? First up is I like dry guide coat. I need some guide coat. I really don't like the guide coat that comes in the aerosol cans. Some people like it, some people don't. I prefer the dry stuff. I usually use the 3M dry guide coat, but I figured I'm gonna give this a try. This is something new. In the spirit of trying new things, and it got better reviews than the 3M one that says it goes on darker. Let me give this one a try. So I say this is why I got to order this dry guide coat. I also ordered this block here. This sanding block here is basically a handheld sanding block for my DA paper. So now I can use the 6-inch DA paper. I have a bunch of it on my DA, or if I don't want to use the DA, I can use this handheld block. It's a little on the big side, but I think this is going to come in handy just so I can use all the same paper for everything. It has the hook and loop Velcro type of deal on it. So, you know, 6-inch paper, boom. Take it off the DA, put it on here, slaps right on here, and I got options. Same thing for this. This holds the 6-inch DA paper. Also, this is a different style. This has the 3 little indents in your finger where your finger goes, and then the hook and loop Velcro goes off the side, so it holds it pretty sturdy. So I can, you know, sit there and sand it like that. Yeah, I thought that was a pretty neat block right there. This one right here is also a 6-inch for 6-inch DA paper. This is kind of like the folding style. You slap your 6-inch DA paper on here, you fold it over, then you got both sides. That way you can still use it and you can hold it. I thought that was pretty interesting. I've never had this style block before, so I figured, hey, why not? I'm trying to use what I got to the fullest of its ability. So I didn't want to have to buy a whole bunch of special paper for special things. So my 6-inch DA paper can work on my DA and work on them 3 blocks also. Now, the last hook and loop deal I got is for my 3-inch. I also got a 3-inch hook and loop DA style, and this one right here is for the 3-inch. I can take it off my 3-inch DA, slap it on here, same concept as that one, sand it down, just so you have something to hold on to. So you're not trying to use little 3-inch paper holding it by hand or something crazy like that. So that's what this is. Sand it like that, you're good to go. All right, since I got a lot of different styles, since I already got a lot of this style paper right here, this is like the longboard style paper. This is like the peel and stick stuff. So since I have a bunch of this, I wanted to get some blocks so I can also use it other than on my longboard. I bought this originally for my longboard. I got a handheld longboard, but I want to, you know, since I got so much of it, I want to get blocks that'll work with that also. So all these blocks are the stick and peel style blocks. They do sell hook and loop style blocks, but I don't have hook and loop style longboard paper. All I have is hook and loop style round DA paper. So I figure I want to just, you know, cover all aspects of what I got. I might go back and get the hook and loop style and this style later whenever I run out of this peel and stick paper, because for the record, I believe peel and stick paper isn't as good as hook and loop paper, because once you peel it off, they end up putting it back on. But hook and loop, you can change it, take it off and on, and it's all good to go. Anyway, this kit right here, it's a 7-piece kit, but it didn't come with 2 blocks that I really wanted. So let me talk about them blocks first. This is the Teardrop Block. I had to pay extra for this. This is an interesting block, has an interesting shape. I thought this would come in handy in several different applications. So I wanted the Teardrop Block for sure. So I ordered that separately. This block right here, it looks like the average block, but it has a radius. It's the radius block. I don't need the short radius blocks. They come in all different lengths. There's different style blocks, but this is the one I got, and I'll show you why after I open this up, why I got this radius block. Now, this kit is a 7-piece kit. It comes with a bunch of paperwork and stuff, and it just shows you all the other blocks that Durablocks has extra. But it comes with a bar of soap. I don't know why. Go figure. But this piece, it comes with this round block. I've used this round block in the past on certain jobs before. And this is good to have, but it's such a rounded thing. That's why I bought this radius, where you don't want that much of a, you know, rounded situation. So that's where this block came in. But this kit comes with this round block right here. Comes with this right here. Smaller block. Comes with this smaller block right here, which I use a lot too. And then it comes with these 3 blocks, which are pretty much the same. They're just different lengths. That's all it is. Small, medium, and large. So there you have it. Here it is. This is all my new sanding stuff, all my new auto body tools that I needed to really keep going comfortably on this Lowrider G-Body Pontiac. So be on the lookout. New videos will be coming soon. And the funny quick little story about all this is a lot of this stuff you see here I've used in the past, because I've been working auto body jobs off and on pretty much 20 years. And majority of the time, almost all the time, auto body jobs, some of them, you don't really need your own tools. They already got stuff there for you. So for years, you know, I used a lot of this stuff, or a lot of this Durablock stuff. So when I went to go work on that, you know, you get used to using other people's tools for so many years, and then when you're at home, you go, you know, you're trying to go work on your own project. You're just so used to just, let me pull out the toolbox, let me grab it. When it's not there, you're like, oh man, what am I thinking? I don't have that here. That's why I ended up with only 2 sanding blocks. So that's why I had to just, you know, now the only thing I'm doing now is, yes, I'm building the car. Yes, the Pontiac is a slow project coming up, because a lot of times I'm just basically buying all the tools that I used on other people's jobs, and all the other people's tools I use. I'm buying all them tools, so I have them here for me to work on my projects. So that's why it's taking me a little bit longer to really get going and get this project kickstarted. Because not only am I buying parts for the car and stuff I need for the car, I'm buying tools I need to work on the car with, building up, you know, my tool inventory. Because it's a never-ending battle, never-ending quest for tools. You never have enough stuff. So The Durablock stuff was pretty easy to get. Some of this other stuff was back order. It took me a little bit longer to get, especially these little funny little blocks like this. And that's what's really been taking me so long to get kickstarted on this project again, because you know, it's just stuff's been on back order. I've been waiting on it, and I wanted to wait till I got everything before I really got going again. So this is stuff I need to really keep going on the top and take care of that whole top situation. And then once I'm done with the top, once I'm done with this part, then move on to the top. And it just, you know, it's just one step at a time. So that's the thing, man. People, you can't, if you're working on projects out there, I've talked to a couple guys online and stuff that works on projects and gets discouraged. You can't get discouraged on, especially building these lowriders, because it's not, building a lowrider ain't an overnight thing. I mean, unless you got big money and you just drop it off at the shop and say, call me when it's done. You gotta think about, if you don't have the tools, you gotta build your tools up. And I mean, I'm on a real tight budget. So I'm trying to find the best deals I possibly can on all this stuff. So that means I'm ordering it online and I'm waiting on it. If it's on back order, okay, I'd rather wait for it on back order to get it, you know, to save some money than just go out and run to the shops around here and pay full-blown retail for the stuff. So, you know, it all, when you're like me, trying to build a lowrider yourself and do most of the work yourself, it's really not always about the money. It's mainly about the time. You got to put the time in to do the homework to find the good deals. Then you just got to put the time in the car, man. It's not nothing. To build a lowrider the right way, it's not going to happen overnight. You're just going to have to, you know, take your time. As long as you're taking steps forward, even whether they're big leaps and bounds or little bit tiny baby steps, eventually it'll get there one day. If you really sit down and talk to people who has like top-notch lowrider cars, and you really sit down and talk to them, they'll say, man, I've been building this car for years, and I own this car for years, I just done a little bit at a time. So the thing is, just don't give up on the car, man. If it's something, if you're passionate about the car, and you have, like me, you have sentimental attachment to the car, to me, I'm not gonna give up on this car. Is it going as fast as I'd like it to go? No, it's not. But it is what it is. I'd rather take my time and save money on all this stuff, and you know, because the quality will go up then. Take my time and do it the way I want it done, because I only want to do it once. Once I paint this car, I don't plan on painting it, you know, I'm not flipping colors every year. That's not happening. So once I paint this car, that's just it. So I want to do all the body work the right way, take my time, build my tools up. I'm getting that stuff as I need it, so I don't have a bunch of stuff just sitting over here waiting. But I'm rambling on. There you have it, people. New sanding blocks, good to go. Untitled Riders, signing out.